Qatar is smaller than Connecticut and home to fewer than 300,000 citizens. Yet, by one measure, it ranks as the richest country per capita in the world. How does a country with so few people produce so much wealth? Qatar sits on a peninsula in the Persian Gulf, bordered only by Saudi Arabia. With a population around 2.7 million, only about 12% are Qatari citizens. The rest are expatriate workers. This demographic imbalance is a key part of its economic model. For most of its history, Qatar's economy depended on pearling and small-scale trade. That changed in the mid-20th century with the discovery of oil, and more dramatically later with natural gas. Beneath Qatar sits part of the North Field, the largest non-associated natural gas field on Earth. This single geological asset transformed Qatar from obscurity into a global energy player. Natural gas is difficult to transport without pipelines. Qatar solved this by investing in liquefied natural gas, LNG, which chills gas to a liquid for ocean shipment. Starting in the 1990s, Qatar built LNG terminals, tankers, and contracts, turning it into one of the world's largest LNG exporters, selling primarily to Asia and increasingly to Europe. Here's where the math becomes striking. Large exporters like the United States or Russia divide revenue over hundreds of millions of people. Qatar divides a similar scale of export revenue over just a few 100,000 citizens. The result is extraordinary GDP per capita. Most non-citizens work in construction, energy, or services and send money home rather than compounding domestic consumption. Meanwhile, citizens receive generous subsidies, public employment, and social benefits funded by LNG revenue. Qatar doesn't just earn wealth, it exports it again through investing. Its sovereign wealth fund, the Qatar Investment Authority, manages an estimated $475 billion in global assets, from European banks to skyscrapers to sports teams. These investments create income streams that outlast energy cycles. Qatar also converted wealth into influence. Al Jazeera became a major media presence in the Middle East. Qatar Airlines grew into a world-class airline, and hosting the 2022 World Cup signaled global cultural ambitions. The blockade from 2017 to 2021 tested Qatar's resilience, but LNG exports and diplomacy prevailed. Qatar's prosperity relies heavily on hydrocarbons. As the world moves toward decarbonization, energy exporters face uncertainty. Qatar is expanding LNG capacity through 2027, betting on long-term Asian demand. But diversification into finance, aviation, and logistics remains a strategic priority. Qatar's story shows how resource wealth, when coupled with small population and strategic investment, can produce extraordinary per capita outcomes. But it also shows how geography, demographics, and policy shape prosperity. And Qatar isn't the only small nation that turned limited land into power. Singapore did it too, but without oil or gas. That story is next.